Okay. It looks like I'm live. All right. All right. Sorry. Hello all. Sorry, the chat is not popping up. Maybe I can get on my phone. Yep, I do. Well, sometimes it takes a while for it to work on my laptop. I don't know why that happens, but occasionally it does. So I'll just use my phone for a minute. We left off last time with a fair bit of level ups. So, yeah, let's just get into it.
Sometimes you consult the appropriate treatise on Tactica Imperialis and weigh every step. Sometimes, though, you just fire your biggest cannon and save the day.
Uh-huh. Okay, so he has a fair bit of options that he can get into. Gains crit damage. Okay. Yeah, crit damage, 8% crit damage is kind of low. If it was crit chance, then it might be a little bit better. If the warrior has less than half health and gain crit chance, yeah, it's a little bit better. Whenever the warrior is attacked, they gain a stack of epicenter of slaughter. At the start of their turn, they gain +1 temporary wound for each stack. That's not too bad, I guess, because it doesn't say that you lose it. Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't say that you lose it, and you do get it every turn, so you know what? It'll stack up eventually. Weapon skill probably wouldn't be too bad. Toughness is good too, but I do want him to be able to hit, and that is going to be dependent upon weapon skill. As for her, so Pascal is currently better than her in terms of logic and tech use, so it doesn't really make too much sense for her to go too into that. I think that she actually does have the highest lore Imperium, odd enough. So it probably makes sense for her to continue with that one. Can't go into intelligence. I can go into perception. Yeah, perception probably isn't a bad idea. The only other one that would be iffy would be willpower. I guess that's true. Her psychic abilities are dependent on that. Let's do that. Alright. She has 3 options. Exploit surroundings, giving her better cover efficiency. She's fired up, deals damage. Whenever they deal damage, the critical damage is increased by 1% at the end of combat. After the soldier deals damage to 3 different enemies, gain extra damage for the next attack. Yeah, that's just okay. I might want to take a peek at the others. Each shot fired by the soldier grants them +1 agility. Interesting. Combat Medicae. Healing an ally with a medikit in combat restores additional wounds. Interesting. It's not too bad. Demolition Engineer. The soldier's demolition instead of intelligence is used to determine additional damage dealt with ranged area attacks. I don't think that she has too many of those. Enough bolts for everyone. Second attack action in a turn deals more damage to enemies that have not suffered damage from the soldier during this turn. That is interesting. I'm not opposed to that one. That does happen semi-regularly. I can't think of a crazy amount of times that it's going to be useful, though. Maybe I will do that one, though. Revel and Slaughter is easier to get to. Tactical Disengage does not end the movement. Not a big deal. Trace the Trajectory. Successfully dodges or uses cover against an enemy attack. They gain a guaranteed critical hit against that enemy. That's interesting. Doing my part. Wasn't that one not half bad? If no other characters in the party have the archetype, no. The Devotee gains armor against attacks of demons. Right, so she has a bunch of demon stuff. Okay. I'm going to take... Yeah, we're going to do enough bullets for everyone. I can't take ballistics. I guess we'll go agility. Looks like we're the best at it. Alright. Let's see over here. So this lady is kind of competing with Tomato in terms of her talking skills, but Tomato is just like beating her in that. She could try to pass him in coercion. She is the best in awareness. Let's do that. Somebody's got to be good at awareness. Let's do fellowship because she does use talking skills for combat. And now him. So he's, well, we're going to be taking logic. He's that, and also, oh, not intelligence. Or can I? No. Well, can't get more. But I am going to have to figure out what I want to give him. Let's give him some ballistics. In terms of equipment, he does prefer melta guns, but I don't think I have them. Let's see here. If I go by type, would I be able to tell? It doesn't say that it... Yeah, these are solid projectiles. A laser. Solid projectile. Bolt. He prefers bolt weapons, doesn't he? Yeah, he does. I believe it's bolts is one of the two. Alright, so he'll replace his sniper rifle with that, I think. So we'll have a bolter. Alright. Ooh, man, look at all this loot. Well, we ended it right after the boss fight, right? I need to ensure that there's no goods like that, because that's the one thing I leave behind if I don't get it. Everything else will be picked up.
Whatever you wish.
Let's also keep everyone together. Alright. Looks like these are just bodies.
Victory awaits!
I believe I entered from the warehouse, didn't I? It's been quite a long time. Well, I say, but it's, you know, a week. Yeah, looks like you can't get up there. Yeah, can I go down? I guess I can.
The Whispers told me a secret.
Duty prevails.
I do like in games when
This ocular implant was a worthwhile investment.
disarming gives you stuff.
Successful.
Blessed Cape. Increased melee damage against demon enemies by 2. If the wearer has the conviction dogmatic, the damage is increased by 4 instead. That's pretty cool. Uh-huh. Well, we'll have to see. But it said melee weapons, didn't it? Against warp melee weapon attacks. So the only two that do melee weapons, he's one of them, so we'll give it to him. I think he already has something. He does. We should also see if we want to put these hypnotizing pendants and stuff on people. Whenever the wearer successfully hits with a single shot attack, the target suffers slowed. That's interesting. She can wear it. You can wear it. I'll give it to you, actually, because he's not likely to get a kill. I don't think we have enough people with Iconoclasts for that. Lore Imperium, test depends on fellowship instead of intelligence. Gains a +3 bonus. I think that actually does give her a boost. Grants willpower bonus. Okay, but she's also has the lore for the warp, which I can't increase. Well, I'll give it to her. Maybe she'll outpace Adira. It doesn't look like it. Okay. Yeah, and I don't think he's a kind of class, and I don't think he can wear it anyway. Yeah. Okay. Anyone missing a cape? Yes. Okay. Armor against warp damage. I guess that would make sense for her.
I won't tolerate weakness.
Alright, guess that's as far as you can go. I will admit, I'm not entirely sure about this quest as to what I'm really doing. Rebels captured a Vox station, which they used to eavesdrop on Planetary Defense Forces communications. The rebels have performed blasphemous sorcery and blinded one of the heretics with an enormous lens. Heretics believe in the final dawn, a strange event that will soon bring doom to the world. The rebels talk in raptures about Aurora, the mysterious leader of the rebellion. Yeah, well, there's only one way out, so.
The stars.
Alright, we'll take it all. Luckily, we can return if need be. Man. I woke up so early today, by the way. It was crazy.
The machine god grants me insight.
I might do that at another day. Exit, return to upper way, exit to upper way. I thought one of these exits I didn't take. I thought. Also, we're probably about done with this planet. Alright, so we already went down. That's the other way to upper way. Alright, so we're just gonna head here. As I don't think that the west is completely discovered. I believe I just did about half of it. Alright. Almost there, guys. Come on, Pascal. But yeah, the governor is definitely mentioned fairly often. I was a little bit confused because many times it felt like I was going to see the governor, but then it's like there's just a very huge detour, I suppose, that is preventing that to be done. Yeah, so going to that lower level, that's where I just was. So we just want to go forward. Did I go to the left? I did. Okay. Hello, rebels. Some 10 people, children among them, are huddled together in fear. You see half of them have black holes where their eyes used to be, because I took a while to get here. Some maintain a gloomy silence. Others are wailing. Several armed insurgents are carefully watching over the terrified hostages, snapping every now and then at someone for shaking too much or crying too loud. Come to your senses, Ariad. Look what you're doing to your own family. A woman of about 60, gray-haired but still strong, is kneeling before a stocky man in a thick, pure white beard, stretching her arms toward him. Take pity on us. Let us go. Stop talking and embrace redemption. Our children have gained true sight, while you still believe the lie. Who are you, and why are you here? Okay, it's turning to us, eh? No, you tell me who you are. No, you. Are these people your family? What are you trying to save them from, and who's behind this? Aurora's behest. Aurora is a great prophet and a great warrior. Their face is shrouded, but their gaze pierces the veil of time and sees into the future. I always knew the governor's dogs were hiding the truth from us, and now the day has come. A prophet has come to Rykad Minoris and opened our eyes. The end of the world is coming. The final dawn. And only those who accept Aurora's truth will survive. His mind and soul are pierced by shards of a colorful deception. Hues once twisted by despair and the Immaterium's influence can never be the same again. Pascal's Vox hisses furiously. Layperson, cognition is not your primary function. You are saving your kin by holding them at gunpoint and believe that burning their eyes will grant them sight. It is evident by the author of the demagogic teaching that confuse you meant to make a mockery of your deplorable intellect. To cast your own children into the thrall to heresy, to drown your progeny in this filth with your own hands. Yeah, this is your family. Well, we already know that. Yeah, tell me what you're doing here and who you are. I'm the chief. My former name, Aryad, is meaningless now. I'm a father leading his family to deliverance from the woes to salvation. Aurora has opened my eyes to the truth, and my children will see it. Aryad, spare us, spare your children. Sure, there's no way he's going to see logic, right? I'd be shocked. You've been torturing your own family in order to save them. You've been blinding them so that they could see the truth. Those who lack faith cannot grasp the truth and will not be saved. Aurora, whoever that is, has exploited your naivete. Can't you see that you're causing nothing but suffering? Think about it. What good has the Final Dawn done for anyone? Some have died, some have had their eyes burned out, some have even gone insane. Yeah, that's pointless. You believed the heretic's lies. You sold your soul to the archenemy. But if you renounce this path, you will still have a chance to be truly saved. I don't think it's right to insult him. And so I guess I'll just offer a hand. The old man sighs heavily. I don't need your mercy. Protect my family, and as for my fate, I place it in your hands. Oh, really? Wait, whoa. Whoa. It actually worked? I'm kind of shocked. We're dogmatic. You're dead. Your family will be taken care of. As for you, I condemn you to death. The old man's body falls to the ground. As soon as the hostages see it, they start moving faster and soon disappear around the bend. We're one piece. Poor old man. I mean, he's insane.
Something of interest.
He was trying to burn all your guys' eyes out, and you just said, poor old man. The guy's crazy, dude. Crazy. Okay. Not the best. That's fine.
Victory awaits.
Okay. I don't want you to walk over it.
See?
There you
Right
go.
there.
Wait, where are those goods? Oh, they're down under. Australia. That's not how you speak in Australian. Hello, Masha. How are you doing? Did you... Oh, I probably shouldn't have her run ahead too much. How are you doing? I was going to ask if you set up an alarm again. You forgot Tuesday? No problem. I get it. No worries. It happens. Alright.
None shall stand in my way.
Does that lead to the lower level? I don't know. I can't climb down there anyway. Okay. You had insomnia today? Oh, man. Is it from some medication, or do you know what's causing it?
It's about time.
Come on, Xanthar. Yeah, how are you feeling? And get a drink. Okay. It just happens sometimes? Okay. Well, still. Not fun. This might just be the end of this section. A lot of bodyguards. This feels like a fight.
Dark green, gloomy and stifling, fills this space like dense fog. The people here are drained, exhausted, bewildered.
I won't tolerate weakness.
Alright, Governor. Alright, the tall, dark-skinned man turns towards you and greets you in a curt military manner. Faisal Rakadi Ab Medina Af Coronas, Governor of the Star System, welcome to my temporary headquarters. The man's gaze falls on Abelard, his eyes slightly narrow. Versarian. Governor Medina, my greetings. The governor expression changes drastically when he sees Cassia. Lady Navigator, what an honor. I never thought that House Orselio would grace our world with a visit. I only wish I could have received you under different circumstances. House Orselio is grateful for the support that you've provided to Europe 5 these many years. I'm not seeing the convoy I'd sent to meet you. What happened? Did they fail to find and escort you? If that is so, I promise you their punishment will be swift and severe. Okay, well, what a curious exchange of pleasantries. Is there some kind of discord between you and Abelard? The convoy was ambushed and massacred. The only surviving soldier turned out to be a traitor. Yeah, something going on, right? Is something going on? I feel like I should know. No, nothing. An old misunderstanding. Over a century old by now. It isn't worth your time, Captain. Okay. The convoy was ambushed and massacred. That's an outrage. I will have the personnel vetting procedure changed immediately. The slightest suspicion will be grounds for arrest. Your Lordship, before we proceed with discussing the matters that are of interest to you, there's a question I feel compelled to ask. It was only recently that Lady Theodora was the head of House von Valencius. I received no word of her demise. How is it that you are now the rogue traitor? Good question. My esteemed predecessor died at the hands of cultists. May the Emperor incinerate their souls. I should be the one asking questions. Our ship was attacked by heretics. Our ship was attacked, Theodora was killed, and I claimed the inheritance. That's all you need to know. Damn dogmatic. May the Emperor incinerate the cultist souls. The Governor frowns. Rogue traitor von Valencius slain. Unthinkable. Please accept my deepest and most sincere condolences. Your Lordship, do not hesitate to let me know how I might help. Yeah, I do need a fresh crew to replace those killed in the attack on the ship, and I need material compensation. Ooh, profit factor. The Governor bows his head in acceptance. Of course, Your Lordship, you will be compensated for any losses, and I'll see to it personally that your ship's holds are filled with the finest goods from my personal reserves. Excellent, Your Lordship. A rogue traitor has no use for the leniency. I can offer you several 100,000 fine, obedient servants. However, I'm sad to inform you that I won't be able to do it until we've dealt with the insurgency on the planet. I'm sure you won't have to wait long. The rabble will soon be duly punished for their heretical scheming. Yes. Are you so confident that you'll crush the insurrection soon? My own impression has been the exact opposite. Is that so? I'd like to hear your reasoning. Yeah, the riders were too well organized, too well informed, too well armed. There are signs of indoctrination into their beliefs. They are clearly being directed by someone competent and charismatic. Governor, you're dealing with an arch-enemy cult that is growing at an alarming rate. The Governor eyes darken, but your unwavering gaze makes him give in. All right, all right. Perhaps I've underestimated the mutiny, writing it off as the rabble's usual nonsense. However, it does involve corruption and an underground cult. Or if it does, this will need to be investigated. I'll assign additional resources to it and take the issue seriously. You have my word, your lordship. I wish to commend the courage of one of your officers, Sergeant Malgar. He and his soldiers valiantly defended the starport. Sure. A sergeant who managed to impress a person of such noble standing will be recommended for decoration. Good. My kinsman has betrayed our dynasty for the Imperium. If he's hiding in the system, I want him handed over. He's a traitor? Why, any family, however noble, has an unworthy scion or two. Naturally, we will surrender him should we find him within my jurisdiction. Unfortunately, I have no information regarding his location. However, we have a cogitator here at the command center. It's connected to a data crypt from Logus Abel's sanctum. It aggregated all the Lex Mechanic support reports. Unfortunately, the access prayer for it is unknown to me. If you manage to convince a stubborn machine, you might learn something about Kunrad's movements. I'd hazard he'd fled from you on a ship, not on a pair of wings. Heinrichs von Calix, an interrogator, is operating in your system. Do you know where he is? I do. Master von Calix has left for the hallowed electrodynamic Cenobium. It's an ancient monastery of the Adeptus Mechanicus. I don't know what his objectives are. Needless to say, insurgent activity has been observed in the monastery's vicinity, but I suppose that's too petty of a problem for any agent of the Most Holy Inquisition. Besides, I've already sent a small detachment of reinforcements. The weapon the insurgents investigate that texture in Reichad Minoris is that where I'm at? I don't know. The weapon the insurgents were using to shoot down shuttles over the city has been destroyed. Now nothing is preventing you from returning to your ship. If you wish to find Master von Calix, you should go to the Cenobium of the Adeptus Mechanicus. On behalf of the priesthood of Mars, I Magus Henneman am officially initiating my participation in the operation. I must inspect the state of the relic and assure myself that it is under zero risk of falling into heretic hands. According to the Catechism of the Maintenance and Operation, my tech comrades were supposed to lock the monastery gates against lay people and activate the traps. I deem it optimal that an ordained magus should provide assistance. I categorically object. As much as I respect the sanctity of the monastery, I have on my hands a whole capital that needs to be attended by the omniscience servants. We have lost many eminent tech priests. Incidentally, one of them perished in the same monastery. Mechanical failures could occur at any moment. Putting it bluntly, you may consider yourself forcibly recruited into the city's defense forces. Well, he's part of my retinue. You have no right to give him orders. You just mistake me for a fool. I know that he arrived separately from you. I bet my life that no... Excuse me? The governor's voice dies down in the low growl of a drilling mechadendrite. Its tip is directed straight at the bridge of his nose. Medina clears his throat and grumbles stubbornly. So this is the negotiation technique you resort to? Do you think this is the first time I've been threatened with a weapon? No, but this could be your last. I'm heading to the monastery because I must. Is that clear? Abundantly. Okay. Alright, well, it would be my pleasure to assist the omniscience servant in reaching the sanctum. Thank you for your cooperation, your lordship. As compensation for your consideration of my request, I officially undertake to accompany you to the Reichad system in the role of bodyguard and to protect you at all costs until your life function cease. But only within the limits of the Reichad system. You're Henneman? Glad you're alive. Interesting. What should you know about the monastery? Yeah, what can you tell me? The Cenobium has been run by the Adeptus Mechanicus ever since the colony was founded. The sacred reactor, guarded by its priest powers the entire planet. I can say no more. It is a forbidden place that even I have not been allowed to visit once before. Huh. Or have only been allowed to visit once before. What was perplexing about his name? According to the reports we received, Henneman set off for the hallowed electrodynamic cenobium a short while before it was stormed. I'm glad to find out that you're safe. Perhaps you possess information. My name is Pascal, not Abel. I know nothing of such a person. Okay. What do you know about Abel? Never met him. That esteemed Logis supervised the work of Reichad Minoris' Lex Mechanicus for many years. However, he rarely left his cyber chapel, and I never had the honor of making his acquaintance. A true anchorite. Okay, well. I see. I tend to gather more information on the person calling himself Abel Henneman. I do not exclude the possibility of it being an alias of my mentor, Archmagus Armanet. Okay, find him at the monastery. Would have suggested that you inspect the esteemed Logis' sanctum, but it was destroyed by the rebels. We recovered several data crypts and connected them to the cogitators at the command post. They might provide you with some information. Okay, anything else I can do? If you'd like to distract a smaller and safer uprising to suppress at your leisure, there is a planetoid in my system called Ricadiphilia. It hosts a prison colony whose inmates rebelled at the same time as the heretics on the planet. It's an all-around preposterous situation. It should have only taken us a couple of orbital shots to take care of them, but Yvain Winterscale went there. He's a relative of my suzerain, the great rogue trader Caligos Winterscale, the master of the system, and a dozen others. I imagine the young Lord Winterscale is very eager to prove himself to his distinguished kinsman. I see no reason for you not to join him. It's a small planetoid, the prisoners' numbers are few, and they have little in the way of weapons. It's more of a sport for noble lords than a real rebellion. Yvain. One of his distant younger offspring, yes? That's as much as I know about him, which means he hasn't distinguished himself in any meaningful way. Yvain Winterscale has made several diplomatic visits to Yorick 5 on behalf of his father. The great regent would never have granted entry to someone dishonorable, which means no matter what happened on the planetoid, we must aid the highborn. Okay. Solomorn, the arbitrator, marches forward relentlessly and halts one step away from the governor, looking down. Governor Medina, the name of the Lex Imperialis, I, Proctor Solomorn Anthar, arrest you on suspicion of involvement in the theft of the shipment of the Imperial Tithe. Taking into account the state of emergency on the planet, I will permit you to retain your authority under my direct supervision. From this time forward, you will give the Adeptus Arbitus your full cooperation, in particular by transferring command of the strike groups and other resources to me. Arrest me, transfer my resources. Your demands undermine my efforts to suppress a rebellion. Excuse me, Proctor, but this accusation of stealing the sacred tithe is simply... Denying guilt only adds to the suspicions against you. Well, that makes no sense. You say no, therefore you're guilty. Now let us go over everything one more time. The tithe was stolen from your world. You are culpable for this incident whether you were personally involved or not. You'll provide the resources I have requested without objection, as this measure serves to re-establish control over the planet. Comply, or I will consider your refusal an obstruction of the investigation and take steps accordingly. It seems I'm left with no other option than to obey your will. As his law-abiding servant, I honor the word of the Lex Imperialis. Unless his lordship has anything to say on the matter, that is. I'd never think to oppose a servant of the Lex. Do not even try to involve me in this, Medina. This world belongs to Winterscale. Do the Adeptus Arbitus truly have the authority to interfere in the rule of governors appointed by a rogue trader? We do. Besides, I doubt rogue trader Winterscale will find it disagreeable that the arbitrators have helped to clean up this madness. As for the governor, I imagine the Emperor's anointed will benefit from learning how diligently his servant has been performing his duties. Yeah, well, yeah, I would never think to oppose a servant of Lex. Man, in that case, please accommodate yourself, Proctor. But before I give you access codes, I have a protracted self-exonerating statement. There's no need. All information required of you will be obtained during questioning, without witnesses, be it your personal guard or the rogue trader. Just you and me, Glado. Okay, well. Okay, well, I wish you luck in the investigation. We did it. Okay, so it seems like...
A new challenge for me?
What's this? Data crypt was captured only a little while ago. Okay. Oh, waiting access code. Yeah, force access to the cogitator. You bypass the security layer. The cogitator is ready to reveal its secrets. I appeal to the machine spirit to open Lodges Abel's personal archives as well. It has accepted my request. To be investigated? Man. Heavy auger station jamming. Possibly a hidden insurgent base. Recent observation. The satellite Magus Maruf reports that a ship was translated into the system. Its signature is consistent of the records of the flagship of a rogue trader dynasty, House von Valencius. The satellite Zafira the Keen reports that a ship drifting nearby has hurriedly sped away. The ship had sent an encrypted Vox transmission to the insurgent-controlled areas of the surface of Reichad Minoris. Another transmission was directed to a planetoid Rykadi Philia. Both transmissions were signed Brother Twilight. Their contents could not be decrypted. So I guess it's got to be Vointver, however you pronounce his name. Sacred Computation. Upon Logis' orders, well, Abel, I'll just say, Abel's orders, the archives of every augur station on Reichad Minoris and the two primary satellites of Reichad Star have been queried. Said satellites are named Maruf and Zafira, after two great champions of faith whose external cogitators were placed inside the satellite's core and cores after their shells perished. The purpose of the sacred computation requested by the Logis is to uncover the external influence behind the ongoing insurgency. Computation result positive. Multiple instances of interference malfunction detected. Okay. Ships moving across the system deliberately blinded the Sacred Augur's eyes. The first of these ships is thought to have arrived 2 Reichad Minoris cycles ago, or early in the winter. The most recent one arrived a month ago. And enables a conclusion the insurrection on the planet had been long in the making with the participation of external actors. It's alleged that 2 cycles ago, Aurora arrived in the Reichad system, the rumored unholy prophet of the insurgents. The subsequent ship movements can be attributed to the weapon deliveries. But what is the nature of the activity near Rykadi Philia? Governor Medina's attention must be drawn to a private archive. Yeah, quest updated. I cannot see the secret sign, but I can sense it. Shackled in stasis, the minds of the initiated are slumbering in the neural harness of their vows. I'm registering an impulse of change. I surmise a potential influence on the stasis of the secret design. There came a time when the spiral was turned into a circle, but the cycle can be discontinued. That revelation granted by the Omnissiah to Abel in the course of his data meditation has been recorded verbatim. Abel is seeking an audience with the Venerable Dar Impulse 6, who may assist in interpreting the revelation. A request has been sent to the governor's palace for a shuttle flight to electrodynamic Cenobium. A message has also been sent to the Furlbundus system. Cycle can be discontinued. I recognize the words. I believe I know the intended recipient of the message in the Furlbundus system. It was me. Omnissiah, grant me the wisdom to fathom this mystery. Huh. Okay. Well, good for you.
Follow my lead!
Tech priest. I didn't talk to him. I didn't talk to the tech priest in the back. Hello. Quartz cream. Okay. He's a painfully thin. Turns sharply. Identification. Quartz. Official trade representative of the Explorator Cognizance Fleet. The unit supervises supply routes to the Rycat system, ensures the security of the combat arsenal, performs commercial transactions, and secures mutually beneficial contracts. Bows his head in reverence. Quartz requests permission to transfer information. The rogue trader possesses a supreme degree of power, the potential to influence the current leadership, the ability to restore order in the Rycat system. Pascal, what was that? A detailed complaint. I recommend you consider Quartz's request to transfer information. Okay. Show me your arsenal. I accept your commercial transaction. Yeah. I guess so. The profit factor. Okay, so now we're finally into buying stuff. Management. Profit factor is a measure of your status, wealth, and power as rogue trader. Its value is determined by your trade connections, income of your holdings, and treasury reserves. The value of your profit factor is displayed by your reputation tab in the character menu of C. Okay. While traveling character will gain some... Yeah, okay. We'll use profit factor, for buying items. Huh, and completing projects. Huh, that's interesting. It's not spent on purchases and transactions. Instead, its level determines your ability to conclude trade transactions. Profit factor can grow or diminish. Its growth is primarily influenced by major trade deals, and its decreases by investments in colonial projects. That's kind of interesting. Huh. I mean, it says that your characters will use profit factor for buying items, but I guess it's saying that you're not spending it. It's just like that'll determine what you can get. Equipment, weapons, and other items. Okay. Profit factor and reputation are required. They're not spent on purchases, but their level level affects the range of goods available to you. Reputation is a measure of the rogue trader's relationship with the different factions of the Cronus Expanse. The higher the reputation with a faction, the wider the range of goods available from its representative. To increase your reputation with a particular faction, complete their orders and transfer valuable cargo to the representatives. Okay. Well, I got lost immediately. Okay, so this is all the stuff that I can purchase. But, so I am spending profit factor if I want to buy any of these things here. Required cargo. So I have 0 of 1500 reputation. I can't. Okay, so I can't do fuel. So what is this stuff? Range weaponry. Cargoes for storing loot. Drag pieces of loot to remove it from your loot screen. While you packed into a suitable cargo space, you may withdraw loot from cargo at any time. Selling full cargo to merchants lose your reputation. Right. But this doesn't become cargo. Or does it from here? Let's use something that I know is, yeah, scrappy auto pistol. New cargo has been created. Ranged weaponry? Oh, okay. Okay. I think I understand it. Okay. Interesting. So that means I do want to dump bunches of stuff that I'm never going to use, right? So let's see what changes. We're at 100 and 125. Okay, so now we have a 70% ranged weapon. Okay, and I can sell these for... Okay, cool. So what does this stuff do? It doesn't tell me. I don't know if I really need fuel miscellaneous. But yeah. Oh, this is saying what's required for me to keep going, I guess? I don't know. Well, I don't really need the ranged weaponry. So all that stuff I can trade, but I don't know if I really want to, right? It does feel like I probably can sell a vast majority of this, though. I don't want to sell fuel. Miscellaneous makes sense. Holy gifts. Maybe I can just sell everything. Yeah, maybe. I can probably sell trophies. Sure, let's trade at least these. Okay. More miscellaneous. More miscellaneous. What else do we have left? We can get rid of that ranged weaponry. Miscellaneous. What else? We'll get rid of those trophies. More ranged weaponry. I don't know if the gifts really matter. But okay, so we increased in level. Doesn't look like too much has changed. Okay, so it is actually a lot easier to... Once you get to 1, it's a lot easier to continue from there. Okay. So, I guess we should take a peek at this stuff. Analyst Helmet. Whenever the wearer kills a target with an exploit, using a singular Deadeye shot, the nearest enemy immediately gains 1 exploit. That sounds like useless. Incredibly useless. Reflective Shield. This is interesting already. I might want to put it on Abelard. The wielder gains +1 deflection. Shield allows the wielder to block attacks. The first use of a shield attack in turn costs 1 AP less. So that means that... Okay, so he has a free shield bash if I use that, which that's not too bad. Psychic Body Glove. Okay, armor. Okay, that's all normal. Okay, the wearer ignores the first critical hit in combat. Plus dodge of the wearer's willpower. +0 dodge. That doesn't make sense. +0 dodge. Explain right now. It must be dependent on something. But +0 dodge. I don't know. Because there is no dodge penalty as is. Doesn't look like it. Oh no, kind of strange. Alright, so I can get frag grenades, stabilizing bracers. What do these do? Whenever the wearer uses run and gun, they gain +1 damage on their range attacks. That's kind of minimal. Modified bolter, not bad. I think it's like +1 damage compared to what I have. Plasma pistol is interesting as well. But I want to have a rifle on our guy. First aid manual. Using medikits costs 1 less AP. We have a soul siphon. If used by a psyker, whenever the sword hits an enemy, veil degradation is reduced by -1. The sword deals an additional +0 damage. Yeah, there must be some calculation. And I'm assuming that this is comparing it to tomato. Can I change who it compares to? It doesn't look like it. Yeah, so it must be that tomato doesn't gain any bonus, but somebody else would. I'm assuming that it's probably willpower related. Most warriors prefer swords, but they provide more flexibility on the battlefield against close combat enemies. Yep, that is true. Makes sense. Gas cloud grenade needle ring. Marvelous compact weapon in the form of a ring that allows the wearer to fire a toxic needle. Metronome. If the wearer did not spend movement points during their turn, they gain +10 to all their characteristics next turn. Modified las gun. Okay. That's not too... I mean, it's better than what I have, but it's not, like, crazy useful. It does have armor pierce, which is interesting. I can't afford this one. Ceramite Stormtrooper Carapace. Interesting. Extra deflection. Okay. Oh, okay, I see it now. Yeah. So I can only get what's been unlocked. Okay, got it. So I don't need any of that. The only thing that's interesting is a reflective shield. I think I will take it just to see what shields are like. This is I'm assuming that this is going to be a good one that will last me a while because it is costing me money. All right. I don't really need reputation from them. It's a shame that I got so much reputation, but...
Look no further.
Guess what, buddy? You're about to get a shield. Right there. Kablam. Very cool. Look at you. Alright, let's do some level ups. We leveled up so fast, by the way. It was like we started playing, leveled up. Okay. I'm just going to do something that is being suggested. Whenever an ally uses a heroic act, they gain a bunch of temporary wounds. Okay. Personal oversight. When the officer targets an ally with an action, resolve is increased. That's not very useful. Steel resolve, gaining extra resolve. Not crazy important, at least I don't think so. Okay, so Blood of the Martyrs isn't that good. So maybe I won't do it. What do we have? Leader's Assault. One of the officer makes an attack, they gain +5 fellowship until the end of combat. That's not awful. It's really not that bad. I don't even have to land a hit. I just have to attack, which many times I do take a shot with my pistol. So, yeah, maybe I will consider that. Whenever the officer has 2 officer archetype abilities that do not grant an extra turn, the officer gains a stand witness. The next officer archetype ability does not grant an extra turn, will also affect the officer. Okay, that's not. Maybe if I have more abilities later. Physical encouragement. Okay, whenever an ally starts a turn adjacent to the officer, they gain some movement points. It's not terrible. No rest, but one of the ability grants action points, gains +1 to all characteristics for every action point gained until the end of combat. I mean, that's okay. Sees the initiative. Officer and the allies with the voice of the command effect deals an additional +15% damage to enemies that have not yet acted this combat. Well, yeah. If it said not activated this round, maybe I would. The officer gains willpower, fellowship when they have low health. Get back in the fight removes 1 fresh injury from the target and heals the target for 1 wound for each effect removed by get in the fight. Get back in the fight. Well, that ability didn't actually work out all too much. Anytime you grant movement points, they gain +2. Duty and honor, makes it at all costs better. Show them contempt. Okay. Yeah, none of this is all too useful. I could just straight up increase, like, oh, do I have fellowship? Persuasion or something like that. Training, yeah, I can also increase my training. What else is valid? Dueling Masters, a no. Grenadiers, a no. Okay, none of this seems all too good, so we're going to go back to what I had liked before. Wherever it is. Whenever the heroic act is used in combat, any character by any character, the officer's next attack costs 0. No. I guess there are more to look at. Whenever the officer uses voice of command for the first time in combat, the ability costs 1 less. It's actually not too... Actually, no, that is very nice, now I think about it. Now let me do 1 additional ability. Allies affected by the officer's ability gains bonus to resistances. Man, there's so much to choose from. But I'm going to do Leader's Assault. Can't do Fellowship. Can do Willpower. From what I understand, he does use Willpower for some of his skills. Let's see, what do we have? We also have Sworn Warrior. The Warrior marks a target, gaining extra armor and damage on melee attacks against the armor. Sorry, against the enemy. The target attacks a warrior during this round, he gains an AP. That's not too bad. Gains a slash ability with 1 charge. Slash cannot be used in the same round as charge. Dashes through an enemy to the cell on the enemy's opposite side and makes a melee attack with half damage. Okay. Gathers all their might for a crushing strike. The next melee attack pushes the enemy away. The distance push is equal to 3 cells. No. Taunting Scream. No. Alright, we're going to do Sworn Enemy for some damage output. Let me choose another one. We don't have an option. Okay. Perfect timing. All allies affected by Brace for Impact. Brace for Impact hasn't been all too helpful. All allies in the current party get +5 to the same characteristic as was chosen for the Humanity's Finest. I don't know what he even chose. Let's see. So he could just get a weapon skill, making him 5% more likely to get a hit. Might be something with dueling. Yeah, 15% bonus to parry. That's probably not a bad idea. Make him more defensive. Instant exposure. Exposed weakness costs you 0. That's not bad. Exposed weakness also reduces the enemy's toughness and willpower. I think I am going to do that, actually. Let's make them even weaker, shall we? So she's not the best at logic or tech use. Awareness, she's competing with Cassia, which isn't too bad. I guess she could be the Xenos lady. Also, she's the Warp lady. Let's do Warp. Controlled shot. The soldier gives a sign that they're about to open fire. The soldier and their allies all automatically dodge the soldier's next attack. Yeah, since there's friendly fire, I get that, but... Oh, there's not that many options? Interesting. Well, I'm not going to do a controlled shot. The next range area attack made by the soldier, I don't do those at the moment with sniper. Okay. The soldier immediately spends all their AP and MP and gains plus 30% cover efficiency. Next time he uses run and gun, they gain back all AP and MP plus 1 additional AP. It also resets the cooldown for the other abilities. And rapid fire. The soldier's next ranged burst attack will have its base rate of fire doubled, but deals less damage. Only works with weapons capable of burst. I don't have any of this, actually. Well, okay. Guess I'll have to do controlled shot anyway. Let's see. What is she the main lady for? I was making her the Medicae. Pascal, he's probably going to be spending points on intelligence stuff, so let's make her more Medicae. Yeah, because Cassia and Adira have higher awareness. Alright. Now for her. I guess I don't have this on Tomato or her, so maybe I will just do Blood of the Martyrs. So whenever someone uses a heroic act, they're going to be gaining a fair bit of temporary wounds. Fellowship is important for her. Perception, she is also the highest, isn't she? Yeah, you know what? Let's give her some perception. Okay. Tide of Excellence. Whenever the operative triggers an exploit on an enemy, the operative gains 1 damage and armor penetration until the end of combat. Okay. That isn't too bad. Yeah, let's do the weak body, weak soul. We'll do that. So minus toughness and willpower whenever I use exposed weakness. Okay, can't use these twice, sadly. What lore are you aware of? Xenos. Sure, let's do Xenos.
Ugh, this master-crafted patella augment is not fit for a servitor.
Okay, so it seems as if that was it, right? It appears as if
I'll lay
that's it.
claim to the stars.
I was told that... Okay, we're going to go to the upper way temporarily. I'm just going to take a peek at the map that I'm... If I... Because Corey Green, when he was here, he had mentioned that there was a secret place on this planet with another character. And he said there was lots of loot there, but I honestly don't see it. I can't go down there. There's boxes. I don't know. I think I've been everywhere. There's something over here. Nah, I mean, I've been over there. Yeah, I've been to East. Yeah, I've entered there. Yeah, it doesn't look like it. Okay. Well, maybe you meant in another area. We're going to be heading to the Void Ship. Okay. Sorry. Okay. Here we are. So, we did Menoris. It looks like there's no more missions to do there. Scan is required there. I was advised... Isn't this the prison colony? I was kind of advised to go here. Which isn't probably the worst idea in the world. But yeah, the only other location is the unidentified void ship. Let's go here. I believe that this is the slave world. Maybe. Yeah, the prison planetoid. Yeah, this is the only party we can have, so I'll take all 6. We'll see how the shield does. I actually am a little bit excited to see how that works. By the way, I really am enjoying this game. I don't play I love Warhammer, the tabletop game, but haven't played in so long. All right. Sorry, that might have been loud. Okay. We have loot right in front of us. I still don't quite know what this stuff is. Like, what's the point of all these rechargeable batteries and omniscopes? I would like to equip it. Yeah, it doesn't even say. Okay. Well, one day we'll understand what we're grabbing,
None
right?
shall stand in my way.
Hello, sir.
We should deal with this.
Our trap. Come in, escort. This is Captain Vicari, escort. Please come in. Who are you? Did you come from the planet? Are you reinforcements? Saint's teeth. I thought you'd never come. I'm rogue trader Tomato von Valencius. Now introduce yourself. At once, sir. Captain Raquel Vicari, servant of House Winterscale, the pilot of this shuttle. It's an honor to be greeting His Lordship von Valencius. Tell me about this planetoid. Only settlement on Rykadi Philia is a penal colony. The prisoners work in the mines in the domed quarries. They mine sulfur, serum dust, and sand, which is then melted down. A rather nondescript place, or so it was prior to the current events. Well, what happened? There's been a prison riot on the planetoid. Sadly, it has been led by a prison warden himself, the Honorable Anathagon Casteglia. He has allied himself with the rabble that he himself was supposed to watch and declared Rakati Philia to be independent of the authority of the system's lawful governor. I came here as a shuttle pilot alongside the Honorable Yvain Winterscale, son of Caligos Winterscale, rogue trader, vanquisher of Xenos, forever triumphant over the enemies of humanity. Young Lord Winterscale wished to speak to the warden personally so he could put an end to this lawless treason. He and his escort went ahead, and I haven't been able to contact them for a very long time now. I was late. Yes, I am. Okay. Yeah, why does young Winterscale... Well, maybe he's just ambitious, is my assumption. Is this prison riot connected to the planetary rebellion? It seems more likely that Warden Casteglia learned about the rebellion on Rykad Minoris. A lot of stuff there. Okay. And decided to use the situation to his advantage. I can't say for certain. Perhaps no one can. Governor Medina has always preferred to shoot rebels rather than inquire about their motives and connections. Yeah, I'm looking for a man named Heinrich von Calix. Is he here? Unless it's one of the prisoners or guards, then it seems unlikely. There are no shuttles in working order other than yours and mine. There's nothing else anyone could have used to reach this place. Is there anything else I should be apprised of before I set out? Some of the rebels have holed up in the barracks. I don't know how many, but given this is the only way through to where the negotiations are taking place, I would expect heavy resistance. Please take caution, your lordship. Lord Winterscale's guards mined the entrance so that the rebels couldn't get to the shuttle. Okay. Alright, well, you're free to excuse yourself, buddy. Your lordship, if I may have a minute of your time, I wouldn't ever have dared to trouble you with a personal matter, but the situation, in any case. Have you been to the capital of Rykad Minoris yet? I wanted to ask if you saw a man there, a communication officer by the name of Jasper. I met Jasper at the starport and saved... Oh, wait, is that the Malgar? I met Jasper at the starport and saved his life. I expect some show of gratitude. Who was Jasper? I don't know. I'm not going to say, give me money. I expect some show of gratitude. You may name your firstborn son after me. Tomato. Tomato Raquel. Just rolls off the tongue. Or whatever it is that commoners do to thank their heroes. Sure, I'll say that. Yes, of course, your lordship, we will. It's a great honor. But thank you, both for saving Jasper and letting me know he's alright. Alright, well, no problem. Yes, you may have the honor of naming your child Tomato.
Never doubt me.
I never did. Build a bridge. I guess I have to do it on the other side. Okay.
I won't tolerate weakness.
So they're holed up in the barracks is what we were told.
Halt. I noticed something.
Okay.
I must thank you, esteemed Magos. After your intervention, I feel 50 years younger. Both my knee implants are as good as new.
I agreed to help out of respect for the priceless array of augmentations placed in your body. Such sacred creations deserve the best maintenance available.
Period.
I woke up with a feeling of wonder, as if a field of flowers was blossoming nearby.
Don't
a
be
child
weird.
was saved from death. 1,000 heretics were burning alive, begging and sobbing and howling.
What a lovely dream.
It's about time. I won't heed your cries of mercy.
Surrender to the dark powers!
Alright, well, we can't move. We just are where we are.
Chaos guides me! Such Such is the will of chaos.
Man, a lot of chaos cultists around here.
Death to the weak.
Well, good thing you're the weak one. Okay. Let's see. I mean, she can kill a fair number if she's able to land land one of these lightnings. Probably wouldn't be a bad idea. Don't exactly want her to get shot, though. Let's go there temporarily.
They who discern the future own the battlefield.
Alright, I'm not hitting my ally. This is probably worth it, right? Hopefully.
What an unfortunate turn of fate.
Yes, super unfortunate. Right, I forgot. She gains movement points after getting a kill. So let's just hide her.
I know what is to come.
Scared yet?
Scared, yeah. Whoa, she's fast. Oh, wow.
Bring ruin.
Yeah, that prisoner was exceptionally speedy. Let's run and gun with you. Run and
I'll
gun.
do it.
I think that it's fine if I run all the way over here. Yeah, I can see them all. And we'll take a shot.
God Emperor,
Kablam.
move through me. Be the fire in my heart. Eradicate it.
Eradicated. Okay. It doesn't really matter who. I guess a grenadier.
This is why I was chosen. As the Emperor
I'm gonna dash to
commands, I
that cover,
act.
just to give some opportunity for others to hide there if they need to. Alright, who's gonna deal with that nimble prisoner? Oh, he has a lot more health than I thought. Okay. So, we're gonna make it you then. So we're gonna go there. I think we are going to do an analyze.
Advancing.
What's this ability again? Joint analysis. Okay. Then I'm going to do a thwack.
Request approved.
Ooh. Ooh. And then I'm going to do the manipulator push.
Running binaric override.
Alright, so he's pretty hurt. So anyone can probably deal with him. She can get a kill on one of these prisoners. I can tell that from here. Maybe I'll make it Tomato or Abelard to deal with the other then. But actually, then again... Whoops. Abelard is probably going to want to run over, then dash. I think he is fast enough, so maybe Cassia will be doing this. Alright, so she's going to do her lidless eye. Or lidless stare. Or sorry, no, the hold my gaze, that's the one.
Isn't this a job for
Perfect. We're gonna give her... Oh, I can't reach her. Oh, well, we're gonna give him an
I'm
action.
a navigator, not a servitor.
Marks a target. I think I may as well. Oh, I have to see them. Okay, well, never mind. Didn't matter.
Isn't this a job for the serfs?
It is a job for the serfs. I don't know if he can quite reach. We're gonna at least try. No.
That's not the Seneschal's job.
Alright, we're just going to do an
A
endure.
tactically sound approach.
Well, we can do a sworn
Indeed.
enemy. It doesn't really help us all too much, but we may as well. And
I
sure,
will
brace
do
for
my duty.
impact. I can't see him from there. So we're just gonna hide back here. Okay, well, I guess I can't. I'd like her to activate. She might be able to take a shot from there. Yep. Okay.
I'll do it.
That works. Excuse me? Alright, we're going to do a voice of command on her. For some reason, it selected her when I left clicked, which was kind of weird. No one has a negative status effect. That's fine. I guess I can give her some temporary hit points, just in case.
Out of my way!
What are you doing?
I've never felt pain like this.
Oh, wow. She's, like, dying. Great. Uh-huh. Argenta's the only one with a med pack at the moment.
There is
As we'll try to get
movement
close.
in the Empyrean.
Yeah, well, I mean, if Argenta can get within range of that guy, which she can't, well, maybe she can if she runs in and then does a dash. But I don't think that she actually can. Okay, it appears like I need to do a medkit on her.
Rejoice in battle!
There. You're healed. Stash back.
As the Emperor commands, I act.
It looks like we kind of just have to wait. Oh, can I see him from there? Oh, I can. Right, let's try it.
The tread of his faithful.
Not bad. Might as well make sure that banishment doesn't work. Oh, no, I can't do it anyway. Can we do analyze? Yes.
My vow is to serve.
Then we'll expose them. Can you see him? Does Littlest works. Okay.
If I may, try to die with grace at least.
Okay.
Sins hidden in the heart turn all to decay.
Uh-huh. Okay. Might as well get some more goods. Inspect the poster.
My house would be proud of me.
Wait, what? Oh, tear it off. Examine what's behind. Improved auto pistol. Not using that. Prisoner's shank. That deals a lot of damage. That's kind of crazy. 18 maximum? What is it? What are these shanks being made out of? They're better than a chainsword? My goodness. Okay.
Sister Argenta, you are always shrouded in a greenish-gray mist when I see you. Is it me that troubles you? Or is it whatever I can see behind it?
Prisoner diaries.
My soul is open to the light and his faithful servants. The rest is merely fleeting frailties that hold no significance.
Mysterious image. Oh. So they have to do Adira? Perplexed. Each stack inflicts -10 to ballistics and weapons intelligence and perception. Will be removed at the end of combat. Okay. If gained outside of combat, you have to visit the void ship. Okay. Man, that was just such a hard riddle that now she's perplexed. Okay.
This exploratory is blessed with multifunctionality.
Alright, the dawn is nigh. Optimates will guide us into a new existence. Yes, yes, dear brethren, have a taste of my steel. Uh-huh. Oh, have long for this, my dear brethren. What? Thank the throne. Normal-looking faces. We thought we were going to die here with these nutters. Please don't shoot. Hey, Potato. How you doing? What? I got 12 viewers right now? Crazy. Hello, everyone. Love you all. Please don't shoot, your nobleness. Let us speak a word. Well, this is a welcome change. Talking before shooting. Still, Lord Captain, the look of this ragtag bunch hardly inspires trust. Give me a reason not to execute you on the spot. Here's the deal. We're honest, quiet inmates. We didn't want to riot, but while sitting it out wasn't really an option either. The warden's lapdogs made short work of those who refused to join the festivities, so we had to, play along. But that's all it was, play. We never meant no offense to Governor Medina, nor to the lawful authority of House Winterscale. 13 viewers now, Potato. Crazy. Yeah, I am kind of shocked. I appreciate you all. I love you all. Give us a chance, eh? We just want to wait until everything blows over and we can go back to our cells and quietly do the rest of our time. Pascal inquires demurely. Potato, demurely. Does the fact that this serf is presently confined and therefore has previously betrayed the trust of the Imperium's servants need to be vocalized, or is it evident to the lay person uninitiated in the sacred mysteries of logic? It's salted caramel cappuccino instead of tea. Well, how can I blame you? Salted caramel cappuccino. Like, how can you say no? A repentant, honest heretic. How novel. The lowborn speech is mottled with colors that conceal his true darkest hues. The old man has a long history of lies, and he's using his wiles on us as well, but I see no foul corruption or ill intent in his words. Tell me about the warden. It was delicious. You should have got me some as well. Why soil your tongue talking about that heretic? But if you insist, here's how it is. The warden of this here prison, the Honorable Master Castegula, was a crackpot from the start. The previous warden ran things the proper way. Prayer, 1 meal a day, work, a punch in the choppers from the guards, work again. But the new one, do you know what his first decree was? He introduced lunches and dinners. By the 9 devils. That's 3 meals a day. The man was obviously stark raving mad. Salted caramel ice cream tastes so good. Everyone needs to try it. I bet that it is. I have not had that before. Did you buy it at one of the shops recently? Things only went downhill from there. The guards quit it with the teeth punching. The warden forbade them. Instead, the overseers started counting which prisoners were digging up more things in the quarry or swinging their pickaxes harder or whatnot. And then, would you believe it? They put together a list of the best workers. And if someone on the list has shown good behavior, that's when they get promoted to an optimate. That's the upper crust among us jailbirds. Or that's how it was at first. Then the warden decided it's the optimates, not the guards, who should be in charge of the punishments. And that it wasn't the overseer's job to watch the prisoners work. It was the optimates. Well, let me tell you. That's when these goody two-shoes really started to shine. The guards weren't even in the same league as our dear fellows, the optimates. In the old days, we had maybe 5 or 10 stiffs kicking it a week, and now we're lucky if it's only 50. Haagen-Dazs? Man, that does sound pretty tasty, Potato. That wasn't even the end of it. Warden Castigula moved out of his chambers to live right in the quarry, under the dome, and I think something in his new home really scrambled his brain. He began spouting the wildest things, like the Automates are saints, and who will behold the truth? And he started taking them to the quarry. Not all of them returned. The ones who did, you wouldn't recognize them. More beast than man. They were butchering people left and right, even guards and the overseers. The warden himself had armed them, and that's the whole sob story. But I knew it from the moment he let us have dinners. Oh, this won't end well. Don't you have Haagen-Dazs? I have had Haagen-Dazs, but it's been quite a long time. Potato. Yeah, but it is at the store. But it's more expensive, you know. The old codger's right. Whenever nobles start giving handouts to commoners, something always goes wrong. I mean, that with all due respect, your lordship. No offense intended. If I spare you, what do I gain? Now, how can lowly jailbirds hope to thank your noble self? Ah, I have an inkling. You see us here, we're, how should I put this, different from the rest of the prisoners. They're all petty thieves from my Reichad Minoris, debtors, gutter snipes. They're no one serious. Now we, your nobleness, are cut from a different cloth altogether. We're fortune seekers. Why don't we tell you where on Footfall Station, you know Footfall, the only shipyard and the best market in all of Coronis Expanse. Yes, so where on Footfall you can find some very serious business-minded people. Now you can get yourself a very special discount from them on some very special goods. What kind of very serious people? Most serious kind, your nobleness. Have you ever heard of the Fellowship of the Void? It's the largest pirate alliance in the Expanse. There's no leader, of course, but there are some terribly serious captains who decided that cutting each other's throats over loot was, what do you call it, counterproductive? But cutting throats together, now that's anti-counterproductive. It's super expensive here too. I only buy it when it's on sale, so I get it for cheaper. Well, yeah, that makes sense. I think it only goes on sale when it's close to the expiration date. Yeah. Yeah, that's how it goes sometimes. But hey, you got good Haagen-Dazs. And well, their joint efforts leave them with an excess of spoils. They need to dispose of it somehow, and I, your nobleness, just happen to know someone who handles such kinds of dealings on behalf of these very serious people. Okay, deal. Oh, that's so great to hear, your nobleness. Just great. Now, there's a true aristocrat, not that warden creep. Now then, your nobleness, where was I? If you're ever on Footfall Station, there's this district there, the Shadow Quarters. It's called that because it's located behind the statue of the Holiest Emperor. I've known folks who called it something else, also on account of it being behind the statue. Don't repeat that mistake, I tell you. Reverend Hieronymus wasted no time finding and burning them all. Forgive an old man for getting distracted. So Footfall, the Shadow Quarters. There's the bar there, built into the remains of an old ship. And in the bar, in the back room, a certain Ryza does her business. Tell her Grandpa Bachval says hello. You'll be her favorite client in the blink of an eye. There we are. Well, your nobleness, we'll be going now if you don't mind. Heretic, dogmatic, iconoclast. It does feel bad to kill him anyway. I've changed my mind. I'll be okay. I mean, I know that you can't go full dogmatic. I've been full dogmatic so far, so I'll be iconoclast. Just because I'd feel bad for being like, oh yeah, I changed my mind, you're dead anyway. I shall not leave you here to die at the hands of the warden's henchmen. Go tell my pilot that it is the Lord Captain's order that you shall be sent to my ship. You will join my ship's crew. You have my personal pardon as a rogue trader. Thanks. We're most grateful, your nobleness. I mean, they did spare us from having to fight people, so it seems fair. And they're giving us free illegal goods, or access to them.
Operation successful.
That's regular, that's regular. Okay.
Victory awaits!
Emperor favors me today. Pay attention.
Ooh, lots of goods. Saturated cape. When the wearer uses Endure, they immediately remove one of the effects from them in the following order: burning, toxin, bleeding. Well, it's not too bad if I expect that. The foe hammer. Rending shotgun. Huh. That's not too bad, but I don't like that the range isn't very far. Yeah, I don't like the range. It's they don't like shotguns. Let's compare that with you though. The here. What do we have? We have the Mantle of Heroism. So each heroic act used in battle increases the wearer's dodge. Yeah, it's pretty useless actually. So yeah, let's get the saturated cape then. Could come in handy. I did just get bleeding recently, and that wasn't fun, so we can try to get rid of that. Gas cloud grenade. We have a diviner's staff. Oh. Is that you? I forget. No. Is that you? So I can replace this. The lightning arc is so nice. Alright, the wielder of the staff gains a consign ability. The ability is also available in its heroic act and desperate measures variation. Consign. The next hit against the target will be an automatic crit. That's a big old no from me. No way. Also, I do actually want to give Pascal. They passed it. They're right there. He should have some of that stuff. Awkward. Well, why are you good at medicine? Okay, well. Okay. I guess that's fine. If he can't use medicine, I don't know he's good at it, but... Okay. Alright, so we can build a bridge. Is this going to cost us anything? Oh, okay, cool. Just easier to pass. Great. Waboneer. Corpse in uniform decorated with a winter scale coat of arms. To the pit. I guess there's another section in the barracks. It doesn't look like there's anything in here though. Okay, so I just exited in another way.
Follow my lead.
Okay. Just here to use cat potato. I know you love the emojis. Yeah. I know, they are very adorable. They are very adorable. It is the biggest selling point, is that you can use adorable emojis. Emotes or whatever. Okay. Oh. It was right there. I told you, Evie. They are hiding so much from us, arrogant mentors, holy brothers and sisters. What have they ever given us? Nothing but a pile of fibs and useless admonitions. Admonitions. Perfect. Yes. But Aurora, she is different. She spoke with me like no one ever had before. She revealed the truth to me. And now I can reveal it to you if you just stop struggling for a minute. What? We have guests from the Von Valencia ship, I would wager. Evie, my dear, you'll have to wait. Do not faint, I beg you. It's important that you feel everything, including your other eye. Oh, great. The warden's words are suddenly drowned out by a chorus of voices in your head. The entity that still dwells in the recesses of your mind rejoices in a cacophony of cries. This palace holds great significance for the entity. In the frantic chanting of the voices, you can almost make out words that speak of an ancient grave, one that was opened for it contained a priceless treasure, a most coveted prize that was retrieved by the faithful after a centuries-long search. Such dreadful shades. The colors of this place, they're putrescent to the core. And these people, their colors are oozing with madness and despair, pain and doom. Okay. A lot of options, wow. Who's Aurora? Oh, so you managed to barge in here and interfere with the prophetess's designs without even knowing who she is. But it is too late now. You'll never attain sight. All you can do is accept fate. I do not like it when people take the prophetess Aurora's name in vain. I desire your death, enemy of the truth. The time for words has passed, Optimates. Give your power to the harbinger of Aurora. Let her foes see the truth or become awash in blood.
Take a knee and bow before me.
You will make a suitable sacrifice.
Thank you. Okay. Let's see. So it looks like... Alright, so Argenta is going first, followed by Cassia on my side. Awoken prisoner. Okay. So let's first try to find an... Well, actually, no. Argenta can run anywhere. So she should probably just be out here somewhere. Somebody's going later on should probably be behind that cover. Cassie's going second. Let's put Adira here. Oh, let's put you there. That's cover, right? Yeah. She's still perplexed. She's still so confused. Abelard is kind of like up in there. Yeah, they could go around. I guess I'll go to the double cover. Also, he's really quick, so he can get pretty much anywhere. She's going to activate quickly, but not quick enough. Let's get her behind cover there. That just leaves Abelard. So the only fear about Abelard is that she's probably going to want to do her lidless eye, so don't want Abelard to be in the way. I guess she can probably run there and then hit a bunch. I think that would work. Maybe Argenta's going to go on this side. We'll see. So first off, Argenta's going to be doing a run and gun.
For the weak.
Now, where do I want you to go? You can take 2 shots. If I send her down there, when she can see virtually anybody. Unholy Lens. Do I have to destroy these things? Maybe I do. I don't think I can kill that guard unless I'm very lucky. Well, I suppose if I go there, Cassia should be able to run to that spot. Okay, let's do this. Also, wasn't there something I like using? No. Okay.
Guided by faith.
Alright, then we'll do the crit. Or attempt to do the crit. Yeah, I might be able to kill him.
Faith without none can escape the Emperor's judgment.
Okay. Now, she should be able to do a lidless stare. Yeah, it can hit a fair bit of people. Yeah, that guy's just out of range, huh? I guess that's fine.
Me? If you insist, Lord Captain.
Very good. Very good. So she can make Argenta take another shot. And who's going to be activating? He's kind of far. Looks like he does have a rifle, though. Yeah, Castiglia is going to be activating soon, though. I guess I could just target him down. Let's do it.
I'll do it. For you, my Emperor!
Man, a crit. She is pretty deadly. Ow. What?
Here we go.
Did he kill that guy on accident or on
These
purpose?
ruby flashes are choking me.
Glory of
Ooh.
my masters!
They're really going for her. Okay, so I can run in. I can probably kill Casteglia, but before I attempt it, let's see if he has any passives I should be aware of. Castigating. Enemies that become targets of the Navigator's power suffer a penalty to all their character. Oh, yeah. Exploit. Combat Master. Switches negative effects. It becomes staggered instead of suffers the stunned. Okay. Immune to falling prone. That's fine. Okay. We're going to go over there. We have 4 action points. We're going to do an attack. We're going to do a push, which costs us 2. And what else do I want to do? I have 1 more action point. I guess all that would make sense is if I do an analyze.
Activate calculated fury algorithm.
I believe I'll be able to get the kill here with Tomato, if not Pascal.
The Omnissiah knows all, comprehends all.
Great. Alright, so we have to destroy all the lenses immediately. Yeah. Okay. Well, I guess that happens. I don't think he really has anything too defensive. I can do Machine Spirit Communion, but well, I guess it does hit a lot of people. Alright, so we're going to be getting a benefit. So I need to destroy these lenses, I guess. Who's the most damaging? I can't have her go again. Cassia could do her Lidless Stare, but I don't think that they're actually within range. I don't think that she could do a stare to those things. Alright, maybe... Okay, it's going to be Pascal.
Absolutely not.
Not going to be Pascal. Target's too far. I do it from here. Yeah.
My tactics are flawless.
Okay, let's take some shots. 0%? 14%? Man, he has some low odds. At 56. Okay, we'll try it. Alright, 3 misses. Oh well. No chance of hitting his allies. I guess we'll try it again.
Not a problem for me.
We're not dealing much damage here.
The feeble.
I can go for her. It would be nice if I could reach this one, but I can't kill him. Yeah, she doesn't have the best, she's not in the best position here.
Anything else? Be gone!
Can I analyze this? That would be kind of crazy. Nope. But you. Alright,
But
let's
of course.
analyze the big guy.
Will do.
Okay. Man, Abelard, he can't even reach it. Abelard can't even reach it. I don't think he can charge it either. Can't get very far either. Well, all he can do is move, I guess.
My place is at the fore.
Let's do an endure. May as well do a brace for impact.
Victory is imminent.
Man, she's so deadly compared to everybody else. They want to move her. I kind of don't like her position, but Now let's
I
see
will
this.
bathe this battlefield in righteous fury.
She's too good. Okay.
I'm not accustomed to being ordered around.
Can you see this? I was hoping you could. So I could hit him. If I get a crit, he's dealt with. Could go for this guy. He's activated not too long. I also go for this machine. Let's go for the unholy lens.
As the Emperor commands, I act.
Okay, not too bad. She is very wounded. So it'd be nice if I could just do a hold my gaze. Oh, you can hold a gaze to an inanimate object? Okay.
I am a navigator, not a servitor.
Okay. Okay, game.
Isn't this a job for the serfs?
And just stare really closely at glass and it gets destroyed. That's how science works.
My heart still beats.
Man, they're really going for Cassia. Alright, well he can get over here and at least get this started. He has some health.
As the tactical imperative dictates.
Well, at least he got a hit. I don't think that the banishment would work now. Alright, let's analyze him.
Approved.
And expose him.
The scriptural prognosis is favorable.
Okay. Not too many people left here. Yeah, I can't make her activate again. Can I reach you? I
Forge
can.
ahead!
So Pascal can try this again. He'd have to get a lot of hits. He did it. Wow. I'm actually kind of shocked. Okay. Great. I don't want Cassia to die, so I'm going to do voice of command. Followed by get back in the
Suits
fight.
my purposes.
Alright, and Adira didn't really do too much. She wasn't able to really see people all too well. Can you do Psychic Shriek? Screech? No. Can you do Analyze from there? Yeah. Okay.
Cover me!
Then we'll do a joint
Was-
analysis
Was
so
it
other
you?
people can target him.
Or
Follow my lead.
Oh, there's a Vane Winter Scale? Wow. Didn't even know. Man, he's one away.
Someone else can do this. It will
See
be
him do
done.
her. Just chill. I have my run and gun available. Okay. Now I believe that there's just 3 enemies left and all the lenses are destroyed. I could be missing something, but I hope not. If I go there, I can see the 2... I prefer to kill like the 2 lackeys just to get rid of them. I can see it from there, so let's do it. A basic.
Doubt is for the weak. Strike is a prayer.
Then we'll get our crit, or higher chance of crit on him.
I'll do it. None can escape the Emperor's judgment.
Too good. Well, she has some health, but I'm a little bit nervous about this guy be doing something obnoxious. Let's do the hold my gaze.
Battlefields are always drowned in scarlet.
58 damage. That sounds high to me. He's about to activate. Let's do bring it down. Or no, let's use our ultimate, the finest hour.
In the name of House Orcelio,
So-
I shall prevail.
She can fire as many times as she wants.
As the Emperor eradicated.
Oh, just need one. Whew. Yvain, I don't believe we've been properly introduced. Blood is bubbling on the young man's lips, and his voice is barely audible. But even now, it remains melodious and quite... Oh, sorry, that's not him speaking. And quite courteous. Yvain Winterscale of Off Coronis, greatly pleased to make your acquaintance. On the rare days that Lord Winterscale visited Yorick 5, the station was awash in a mist of warm hues. We were forbidden from meeting each other, but I was delighted to still to see such rare colors in my home. Now, however, his colors are darkening, twisting from pain and bitterness. We must help, Lord Captain. We must save the clarity of his soul, for he whose presence makes the world a little brighter deserves no less. Lady Cassie, I presume, the sacred child of the House Orcelio. How disgraceful it is that on the day we finally meet, I find myself not at my best. There's no disgrace in your predicament, Lord Winterscale. The Lord Captain and I met under similarly dreadful and tragic circumstances. Finish him off. You're dead, boy. I must take my leave. Conserve your strength. You're wounded and need help. Must take my leave. Yeah, conserve your strength. Wounded? I would have phrased it altogether differently. Tortured and maimed, perhaps. Have you ever had your eyes burned out? This is my first time. I can't say I recommend the procedure. It's either trying to make light of the situation or growing delirious. What did they do? The warden, my friend, I tried to convince him to stop the riot. Diplomacy failed. Father hates diplomacy, which is why I had to try. Must take my leave. I will see to it that assistance is provided to you and that you're escorted from here. Yeah. Yes, he nods, giving in to oblivion. I hope you just mean he's, like, unconscious. 3 profit factor gained. Yay. The mutilated man does not stir. Okay. Most holy prophet and optimate Adi Shan. Okay. Prisoner, guard, loot. So we want to get the loot. Right there. Man, we're already through the 3rd planet. I want to make sure there's no loot I'm missing. I mean, the bodies I collect. That works. Also works. Medicaid 100%. You got it, Pascal.
My success is an irrefutable certainty. The machine god grants me insight.
I'll lay claim to the stars.
Well, we leveled up. Loot. I believe loot means that it's, yeah, goods right there. Man, we level up pretty quickly here. Another sub-revolver. Okay. And another level up. What are we at? 12? Man, well, we're almost done with officer. We're going to have to pick, what is it called? It's not archetype. Our Vanguard, Master Tactician, or Grand Strategist. I don't even know the differences. We'll see one day. Okay, so I get back in the fight. This is upgrading. They're just getting active abilities for using. Okay. I wasn't sure if it was upgrading my ultimate, or whatever they call it in this game. All right. Air of Authority. The officer increases an ally's resolve by +4 until the end of combat. If the target is under the effects of Voice of Command, they will start the next turn with 1 more action point. Break the ranks. This ability can only target allies with enemies adjacent to them until the start of the officer's next turn. All melee attacks made by the target deal additional damage equal to 2 multiplied by the number of enemies adjacent. If the target is under the effective voice of command, they immediately make an opportunity attack against an adjacent target, targeting the one with the lowest remaining health. Move, move, move. The officer immediately grants an ally additional MP equal to fellowship bonus. Does it say how much that is? No. The target can only use movement abilities, heroic acts, or desperate measures during the extra turn. If the target is under the effects of voice of command, it ignores attacks of opportunity. That can be helpful occasionally to get into the right position. Take aim. If the target's next attack will ignore cover and will have double the effective distance. If the target is under the effective voice of command, the attack will ignore block and dodge. Additionally, the damage from this attack cannot be reduced below 45% for any reason. I think that all these are pretty valid. One action point at the moment isn't all too useful. I'm sure it will be one day, but it isn't now. Making it melee is interesting. I'm probably going to do that for her. But I am not allowed to switch it until later. Oh, switch me out. Wow. I can make my other decision first. Yes. Okay. Yeah, so I don't think I'm going to get the extra action point. I think I'm going to do the break the ranks with her, so I'm going to do move, move, move. Move, move, move. Any suggestions? No, so now we have to pick. Alright, there were some interesting ones. I guess I can't get them in this level. Yeah, never mind, can't get them in this level. Swift actually isn't too bad. I think it's just +2 movement points. That really isn't that bad, especially for his character. But duty and honor. While the commissar's ally is under the effects of at all costs, they suffer plus 50% damage, but gain plus 2 AP and plus 4 MP instead of 1 and 3. Yeah. At any time the commissar grants additional movement points to any allied character, they get plus 2. While the commissar is adjacent to an enemy, all their allies gain plus 2 resolve. Okay, these aren't exceptional. Stronger together isn't too bad. This would give plus 5 strength to everybody, which isn't too terrible, because that's what I took foolishly. I could increase my fellowship, which is kind of beneficial. Defensive maneuver. Whenever the wielder successfully uses shield bash, I don't do that. Dual weapon combat. Right. I can take an additional shot. Cost me extra AP, though. Yeah, useful once per round. Not going to happen, because I always have somebody else activate for me. So it's just not going to happen. I am interested in doing heavy armor proficiency to a point, just that I'm able to get into the thick of things. What's instant retribution? Shield bash now. It will not die. Increase wounds by half of the character's level rounded up, so 6. That's pretty low. It's not awful, but... Okay, let's do swift movements. What's nimble, though? Dodge? Yeah, let's do swift movements. Our next friend, toughness. That would make sense for him. Cruise. Sure. He's the best at that. Oh, that was... Okay. I'll take it. Alright. Precise attack looks like what they want me to take. For the next attack against a target affected by an exploit, the target's cover efficiency and block will be reduced. And it'll also have a higher hit chance. Yeah, that probably makes sense to grab. Alright. Next source. Every time the Psyker deals mental damage from any source other than Aftershock, the target suffers half as much mental damage at the end of their next turn. Enemies that have taken damage from the Psyker at least once suffer a -20 penalty to all resistance. Enemies that have failed a willpower resistance test against any of the Psykers. Psykers psychic powers will suffer an additional 6 direct damage every time they suffered mental damage. Anytime an enemy becomes a target of any particular psychic ability for the first time, the enemy suffers a -5 to intelligence and perception, and the psychicer's intelligence and perception increases. Visions of Doom. Enemies that become targets of the psychicer's psychic powers gain a stacking -5 penalty to dodge and parry. I think that that's what I'll do. I guess I'll take a quick peek. Yep. Visions of Doom. All right. For her, we're probably going to give her Perception because that gives her a bonus. Yeah, we're going to do Perception. Because I believe it helps with reduce enemies' dodge chance. Yeah. Anything suggested? No. Okay. Melee, flame, and melt attacks against demons and psychers. Okay. Right. So all of her class-specific stuff is specifically when fighting demons and psychers, or just demons. The devotee and their allies in the area of effect of War Hymn or Furious Recital gain +1 damage for single shot and target opportunities per round. Litany of Purification. All enemies in the area of effect of those abilities gain a stack of Disturbed. Enemies that are adjacent to the devotee gain +2 of Disturbed instead. Disturbed. Each stack inflicts a -10 penalty to Fellowship and Willpower. Yeah, defenses against demons and warp. Devotee gains 3% chance to ignore any enemy attack. That's very low. It's a very low odd. Let's see. At the moment, she's using a rifle. But I doubt she's going to remain here. Solid projectile damage increased minimum damage by 2. I'm really not opposed to that. What's Combat Master again? Yeah, superior. You know, that doesn't matter. Yeah, so she could... no, she can't get ballistic again. Or can she? No, she cannot. I was gonna consider giving her ballistic, but she already grabbed the ballistic. Man, there's so many options. And I really allows a character to use plasma weapons, such as plasma gun, plasma pistol, and others. Or Melta. I don't think that she'd really do that. Can I see... Yeah, reset. I'm going to see what her weapons are. What is her rifle type? She's using a las. Long glass. Okay, so she's using a laser. Okay, good to know. Okay. Right, so if there's a laser benefit, then I guess I'll just do it. Even if it only helps me temporarily. And we suffer a -20% dodge against las weapons. Yeah, I think that would work. So she's pretty much always guaranteed to get a hit, no matter who she's hitting. Which I'll take. Air of Authority. Resolve is +3. If they're under the effective voice of command, +1 additional action point. Get back in the fight. Yeah, let's get back in the fight again. +12 health. That could be very helpful. She has a ton of options here. Man, why do they do this? No suggestions, right? Okay. Well, let's look at the dozen. Blood Augury. Enemies damaged by the Navigator suffer 11% additional damage from any source of warp. The bonus damage stacks. No. Ebb and flow. Every even turn, the Navigator gains an additional action point. Every odd turn, the Navigator gains 20 perception. Whenever an ally in combat gains an extra turn, the Navigator gains stacking of willpower bonus. The Navigator makes all resistance tests with willpower. That's not too bad. If the Navigator's willpower is higher than their toughness, the Navigator's wounds are calculated according to their willpower. That's actually not half bad. for survivability. Enemies affected by the Navigator's power suffer a stacking -10 penalty to the next resistance. If the perception is higher than agility, their dodge is calculated with perception. Enemies moved by the Navigator's powers suffer 4 damage at the end of their movement. That doesn't happen often. One of the Navigator uses a Navigator power. Veil degradation is reduced by 1. I do like that. But I only have one Psyker, and it feels like she's probably going to be dumped eventually. The Navigator heals 6 wounds at the beginning of every turn, gains 1 additional wound for every Navigator talent taken. The healing increases by +1 for every creature killed in between the turns. Interesting. Whenever the Navigator uses a Navigator power that has not been used as combat, gains +2 perception. Whenever an enemy fails a resistance test, okay, gain extra crit chance. Tenacity deals additional +1 damage for every 5 bonus characteristics of the current equipped staff. I mean, I don't think that's that good. To the end of combat, enemies damaged by the Navigator suffer an additional +6 damage from all attacks of opportunity. While under the effect of any Navigator power, armor is reduced by 11. The reduction is increased by devastating parameter. Okay, I'm probably going to choose that one. Yeah, well, we'll look at the others. Allies that are targeted by the Navigator's abilities gain +5 to all resistances. Gains +5 fellowship and an additional +1 fellowship for every Navigator talent. Allies that are targeted by the Navigator's power gain armor. This additional armor is reduced by the amount of veil degradation. And increased by the infusing parameter of the currently equipped Navigator staff. Interesting. Also, this increases with willpower. So yeah, let's do Undam the Sea of Souls. Let's do that. Removing some armor could be very helpful. Okay. Precise attack is what they want me to take. Right, so reduces cover efficiency and block, while also increasing hit chance. Intimidation, the operative's next non-area attack inflicts the intimidated effect in the first target hit by the attack and all enemies in a 5-cell radius. The damage dealt is reduced by 6% until the operative's next turn. The negative effects is doubled for enemies with less than 15% armor. That's not that good. Perfect Spot gains cover efficiency if in cover, extra perception, and extra ballistic skill. Okay. Lasts until the operative moves. Tactical knowledge. The operative removes 1 exploit from each enemy in a 5-cell radius or on a point within 10 cells. If there is only 1 enemy, the operative removes all exploits from that enemy. All allies gain plus number of exploits removed percentage armor points to the end of combat. Okay. If 4 or more exploits are removed, the operative gains plus 2 times exploits removed damage until the end of combat. Man, that's so specific. Let's just do precise attack. That seems to be the way to go. Any suggestions? No. Okay. So he prefers like specific weapon types. Forge World characters can use persuasion. Okay, doesn't matter. Finds of the Forge, deflection. Single target attacks. It's not actually that bad. Forge World characters gain a stacking 10% bonus to hit chance and dodge reduction against any target they hit with a single target attack. That's not too bad. First attack in combat with any plasma, melta, or power weapon deals +5 damage. For the remainder of combat, the bonus damage is decreased to 2. Okay. Steel of the Forge. While wearing heavy armor, Forge World characters gain another movement point, deflection, and cannot fall prone. Right, I can't actually use that yet because I don't have anything for him that he can wear with that. Pascal gains ballistic skill and dodge reduction with plasma and melta. I mean, that probably should be what I do. Yeah, I think that that's what we're going to do. Let's just make it higher, more likely. We'll do that one. He does prefer it, but I don't think that we even have uh plasma or melta yet. We might act. No, we probably have plasma. Let's see. If we don't, I know that we will, so it's not a big deal. Bolt, flamer, las, solid, 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 solid. Bolt, laser. Okay. Yep, we don't have it yet. Okay, well, it'll be useful one day. I thought that we did. I could have sworn. Oh, well. Okay. Awoken prisoner. Well, we'll grab all this on the way out. Anything loot? Nope. Alright, let's head out.
I won't tolerate weakness.
I think we're almost done with chapter 1, by the way. We're pretty close. I'm assuming that the world is going to open up as well by that time, so that'll be interesting. I am also interested in the next characters available. I'm assuming one day we'll encounter a sniper. Alright, so we can go to the Void Ship or Majoris. Where is this guy anyway? New Blood, find in the Monastery of the Adeptus Mechanicus. Right, so I can do that stuff if I head over there, head to the monastery, right. My Filia. Yeah. It's just telling me the point. Alright, let's go to the Void Ship. That definitely does intrigue me. What do we have here, Lord Captain? It's not very noticeable, but there's a Void Ship sitting in the local asteroid field. It sure is quiet, like it's huddled up in there on purpose. It's not like I'm surprised. The thing is more scraphead than ship at this point. Somebody sure went to town on it, registering critical damage to the hull and depressurization of several compartments. Oh, there's an incoming transmission now, too. Hear us? Do not require assistance. Repeat, do not acquire assistance. Copy. Keep following. They'll pass us by, won't they? Emperor protects. Lord Captain, I'm told our augurs cannot determine the allegiance of the vessel. To be brief, there's an unidentified and badly damaged vessel within an asteroid field near the Ricati Filia colony that is refusing help, which, not to put too fine a point on it, has not yet been offered to them. Remember, can we establish communication and let the vessel identify itself? Sure. The connection is established. Unknown vessel, we're receiving you. Identify yourselves. Do not tell them we're done for. This is Thunderfang. We're a merchant vessel. Do you copy? We're a private merchant vessel. Merchant vessel? Of course they are. Stupid head. Where did I hear this name before? Thunderfang. Damage report. Telemetry shows multiple hull breaches, most likely caused by the guns of a combat ship. Several compartments are leaking air. The bridge has been almost completely obliterated. 2 of the engines are critically damaged. Somebody gave them a thrashing so solid they barely managed to limp away. Yeah. Thunderfang, your vessel is badly damaged. What happened? Make out little. Okay. Someone chuckles bitterly, another swears with some foul expletives, and yet another hisses, furiously demanding that the others shut up. We're just flying, minding our own business, straight out of the blue and opened fire. Miracle we could get away, Emperor protected, and then more fire. Who? Void only knows. Roasted our tail, bombed everything. The folks, our folks, are left without our help. We never got to him. Target Thunderfang? Why can't we identify you? Why? I don't know. What if... Certainly not. Our vessel is badly damaged. Damage is preventing the correct identification. We assure you, peaceful merchant vessel, Thunderfang does not require aid. This is strange. This is very strange. Stop playing games and explain what your business is here. Happy now? What have you done, idiot? It's too late now. Okay. Do you copy? We're from Fellow of the Void. We do not come here to loot, on a different business to help our own out of jail. Don't hurt, please. We already had our Chronos cleaned. How about striking a deal? Our hold is full of plunder. I mean, goods. In case you're unaware, Lord Captain, the Fellowship of the Void is a disorderly assembly of several dozen pirate factions in the Coronis Expanse. They consider themselves above regular heretics solely because they sometimes have Vox conversations with those whom they are about to board. Were it up to me, I would make them eat a salvo from the macro cannons to shake the scum loose from the decks. They certainly deserve it. I would wait on destroying the vessel if I were you. Although the moral aspects of their livelihood do cause some awkward questions, the Fellowship of the Void remains a major supplier of goods to the local market. Perhaps you will find dealing with them acceptable, especially in a situation where performing a warp jump is impossible. Prepare for commercial exchange. Keep following the old course. Okay, I'll think about it later. All right. New blood. Head to the monastery. Right. Find Archmagos Amarnat. All right. Let's go to Majoris. Let's see what's over here. As I think that all that's left over there is a temple. Unidentified void ship. Augurs notice a large object among the lifeless rocks covering the planet. A void ship whose signature and origin are impossible to identify with the orbit is resting on the edge of a deep ravine. The hull of the unidentified vessel is severely damaged. Sorry for that. Rocks around it shattered by the force of the gigantic machine's crash landing. The Augurs haven't detected any vital signs aboard the near the vessel. Send a squad to the planet to explore. The landing party reports via Vox as soon as they touch down. The colossal void ship before them is covered with spikes. It resembles a morbid beast sculpted from darkness itself, menacingly hanging over the ravine. An experienced veteran accurately determines the origin of the unholy vessel. It belongs to the Xenos race called Drukari. Isn't that an elder race, like the Dark Elves? Ready to collapse at any moment, the void ship emits a long, woeful creak, as if promising to drag along into the abyss below anyone who dares to disturb its slumber. Oh wow, there's a lot of options here. Okay, I want to suggest finding out what Xenos were doing on the Reichhat system, taking heed of the Seneschal's recommendations. The Rogue Trader orders to send more people to the planet. Adira tells the captain that the voices in her head are screaming, repeating words: Harbinger, darkness, and death. Recall. Argenta eagerly says that the only good Xenos are dead ones. A true servant of the Emperor should soil their hands. Orders that more people be sent to the Xenos void ship to collect any valuable findings. Being the God Emperor's chosen, won't go digging around Xenos trash. Artifacts of the enemy's humanity would be wiped from the Chronos Expanse. I'm going to trust Abelard here. Let's send more people to investigate. After 2 watches of hard labor, the workers managed to stabilize the Drukari void ship. The soldiers who entered the vessel were met with lifeless bodies of Xenos who had died when the void ship crashed. The void ship itself, following its abominable nature, came to life, immediately craving to sate its wicked appetite for human death. The vessel's systems have reacted to the intruders and senselessly cruel, deadly traps have been activated. Huh. Okay. Monstrous contraptions designed to mince, rip apart, and incinerate their victims took the soldiers by surprise, but were neutralized before the squad suffered significant losses. The soldiers found several curious pieces of xenotech on the sinister void ship, but no data that could shed some light on why it came. Huh. Assortment of Drukhari barbed needles, Drukhari shatter shards, venom blade, blast pistol, monofilament grenades. Venom blade sounds cool. Interesting. Okay. Well, we'll save the void ship for last. All right. Yeah, so we haven't been to the Ceridulum bunker and the starport. So, I've been to both of these. Estamar rating? Okay. Let's go. Our level 12 team. Yeah, I don't know what to do with that void ship. Whether to trade or destroy it. I'm assuming we can get some loot. Glory to the Von Blunzius dynasty. Okay. Hello, Potato. How are you doing?
None shall stand in my way.
What is this?
Nothing's impossible for this old officer.
Wow. Knocked it over. How are you, Potato? Do you still love the emoji? Okay. You're good watching the K-drama? Oh man. Is it getting worse? How bad is the drama? Yeah, I'm having fun. Things are going well.
A new challenge for me?
Also, we're having a good stream in terms of viewership. Almost hit 20 at one point, so that's good. Like and subscribe, folks. I appreciate you and I love you. But yeah. Alright. Here we are. On the indoors.
Glory be to the current of the motive force. May its dulcet light shine in our nospheric coronas. May its vitality nourish our augments. May its purity wash over our imperatives and engrams.
As far as I am aware, the monastery supplies power to several major hive cities on Rykad. Hidden somewhere in the depths of this building is a reactor of monstrous, unfathomable power.
And I feel like this reactor is pretty large. Okay. He shall be purified by the motive for something.
Submit, and you'll die quickly.
Alright. She's starting. Oh wow, they have a lot of health with these electro tech priests. What should I do? It feels like I should do one of the... Oh, they're immune. Okay. Do you take psychic shriek damage? You do. Okay, well now I know I'm hitting you for. Or with. Alright, can I run over there and can I do the psychic shriek? I can. I guess that's what I'll do.
Not the scryers, Job. I'm not so sure. They
There.
who discern the future on the battlefield.
Okay. So I think I'm going to analyze... Should I analyze you? Yeah, sure.
Anything else?
Then we're going to do the
Will
joint.
do.
It's nothing.
Suffering is part of the trial.
Okay. So it seems like they do take damage from this, which is kind of odd to me, but it works. Yeah, we'll just stay out here.
If I may, as duty demands.
Whew. Probably gonna let Argenta take the shot.
I'm not accustomed to being ordered around.
She can move a little bit. I don't know if she really needs to. That one's almost dead. Maybe I'll move back. Let's do that.
God Emperor, move through me. Be the fire in my heart.
Ah, 2 health left. Okay. So now what should I do with Abelard? So Abelard should probably go for these guys, right? Don't want him to go there. I want him to be in that spot.
I've seen worse battles than this in my time.
Whoops. Okay. That's okay.
One fewer target. At your beck and call.
Man, we're dodging pretty well at least. Man. Whew. Alright, so I can do a... I probably should do a sweep. I do also have the Machine Spirit Banishment. You can see what happens here. Yeah, so what does it say? Reduces the damage dealt from the target's attacks by 15% for 1 round. Targets with Reject the Flesh feature suffer 25 damage. If the target is a mechanism or machine, it suffers 50. Reject the Flesh. So... Reject the Flesh. So they're going to take 25 damage from me using the ability. 26. 1 shy, of course. Okay, so I will do that. We'll do the banishment.
Running binary override.
Wait, what? Reject the flesh. What? Okay. The one time that it's useful, I don't know why it didn't work. Maybe there's some kind of a save. I don't know. Maybe there is. Okay. Let's do a sweep. Whoops. Can I not do a sweep? Oh. I thought there was a group attack. This is the group attack. Okay.
Request to prove that is an equation. Your life is a negligible variable.
Let's do an analyze on him. I'll expose him.
My vow is to serve.
Okay. Well, so if he's able to do another group attack, yeah, let's let him
Nothing I
try.
can't do.
Running binary.
Alright, that works. So I cannot attack. I guess because I'm in melee. Okay. Let's do a voice command for Argenta.
Too easy.
Faith without deeds is worthless. Rejoice in battle!
Okay. Try to get the kill.
As the Emperor commands, I act. I'll do it. Each strike is a prayer.
Once you see the psychic shriek,
But of course.
you can just do the lidless stare. Oh, whoops. Wrong one. The hold my gaze.
Isn't this a job for the serfs?
Huh, one shy. Go for it, tomato.
Already done.
High momentum.
Okay.
Follow my lead.
That looks dangerous.
Operation successful.
Data altar. Pilgrim, only the words of the first Calvanic hymn will reveal to you the gifts hidden behind the veil of knowledge. Now chant with me, let us sing this canticle to the device keyboard lights up, clearly expecting you to enter the rest of the verse. Pascal, kindly remind me how this hymn goes. It is not known to me, only high-ranking servants at the shrines of energetic prosperity are permitted to perform the first Galvanic hymn. Emperor, help us. The esteemed Magus has been caught out not knowing a prayer. Now he's floundering like a cadet in an exam. I never thought I'd see the day. Interrupt the prayer. Okay, well. I don't think that's one I'll be able to know. It's probably going to be a puzzle I'll do later.
I won't tolerate weakness.
Goods. Okay. Was this tech use?
I won't heed your cries of mercy.
Where is everybody? Oh, they're far away. They're very far away. Okay.
Break them around.
Integrity failure detected.
Oh my goodness. This looks so dangerous. I just know I can turn that off. If I do the lidless stare, it doesn't work. Okay. I have to go in to do it. Feels a little bit scary. I can get two on that side. Anything on the other side? No, that's empty. Okay. Well, I guess I'll do that.
Don't you need a
Whoa.
breather, navigator? I am a navigator, not a servitor.
I don't know what to do. I don't think I can get rid of this. I can't turn this off, right? We're just gonna have to run away. It completely destroys me. Well, I can take a shot from here. I guess I will. A little bit dangerous, but...
Advancing.
Guided by faith! As the Emperor commands, I act.
Okay.
I'll do it. Eradicate it.
She's so deadly.
Doubt is for the...
Ridiculous. Okay. Yeah, Cassie's gonna go down.
Take up defense over the body of the fallen
Weapon
unit.
at the ready.
Death to non-believers!
No can do.
No line of sight. Yeah, we're in a really weird spot because I can't see anybody. And I can't turn it off. I did no way to teleport in. If I walk through, I take about, what was it, like 15 damage a step. So it's like, I don't want to do that either. I can't see him. But how come I can use the staff? Okay. I know I can't. Well, so she can't really do anything.
What is this
Get
foreboding?
her out of the way. This is really weird.
Not a problem for
Argenta
me.
should be able to take the sniper shot here.
As the Emperor commands, I act.
A 2% chance. That's not gonna happen. Pascal is not looking good, so let's do a voice of command. And then we're going to do a get back in this. Get back in the fight.
Suits my purposes.
Only 2 health? I thought I gave it more. Gave him more. I guess not. It's the only spot that sees anybody, but he's just gonna get killed. Yeah, he has nowhere to... Oh, he can go there. Well, okay.
Heavy is the tread of his fate.
Well... Abelard can endure. How bad is this gonna hurt me?
Tried and tested tactics are the best ones.
18, yeah. 18 per step. Can I shoot this thing? Can't imagine, right?
A tactically sound approach.
Alright, she's just gonna end there.
Stay vigilant.
My faith shields me.
Oh, now it's off? How did that happen? Okay, I guess it switches every once in a while.
This is unacceptable.
Wait, what? How can he can see? He can see me, but I can't see him. I have a sniper rifle. Weird. Well, we're gonna have to get as far in as possible. I also don't want her to get killed. That'd be the worst. Because I don't think we could be able to handle this. Yeah, they're all not exactly killable. Let's take the shot.
The enemies of the Emperor will be undone.
Ooh, it was a miss? Oh, it was a hit. Okay. If I dash, I don't think that's actually cover, technically. I think she's just gonna have to wait. She could dash away. I could just dash backwards.
I'll do it.
My faith strengthens me.
Adira can't really do much. Yeah, Adira really can't. I may as well do a forewarning because he has nothing to do. It's a little bit dangerous, but... Because I don't want her to take up the spot, and also she can't even see him anyway. Tomato could go in. Alright. Argenta might be able to take a shot from there. Again, they're shooting at her, so I feel like she should be able to take a shot back. Nope. Okay. And she could dash back over here.
As the Emperor commands, I act.
Okay.
Let's see how they
I'm going to give
respond to
some
this.
bonus health to Argenta. I'm a little bit worried of her getting killed here. Alright. %23 chance. Sure.
Explorers know one route.
Check your aim.
Oh, did you hit Tomato? Oh, he... Pascal took... Okay, that was strange. It looked like Pascal took damage. Maybe he didn't. It just looked like it. Alright, let's do an analyze, because I'm sure we can see them. Let's expose that guy.
The Omnissiah knows all, comprehends all.
We're going to do an endure. Alright, so my health is kind of high. Let's do a brace.
Victory is imminent.
And I am going to charge at least a little bit just to get out of here. I don't think I... Well, okay, let's go there. Okay.
Follow my lead.
Faith without deeds is worthless.
Okay. This is a strange one.
God Emperor, move through me. Be the fire in my heart.
Luckily, we were able to handle it not too bad, but it was a little bit rough. He's not going to activate for a while.
As the
Try to get a
Emperor,
crit.
each strike is a prayer.
Okay.
I've suffered worse. Never wavered in the face of adversity.
Alright. Almost through. Argenta can just take the shot. Deal with one of them. Yeah, let's try to get a crit. Nope. Okay. Could do a voice of command. Can't reach Pascal.
Oh, too
Alright.
easy.
Do it to you. Could give you a move.
My place is at the fore.
Alright. Let's do a single shot.
Activate calculated fury algorithm.
Nice. One left. Oh no, two left. Okay. Let's do the Machine Spirit Communion, giving us some bonuses. Wait, where are they? Where's the other one? Oh, he's right there. Huh. Wonder if I take damage if I do go there.
I will do my duty.
I didn't. Okay.
I took care of this one.
Okay. Alright, good kill. Alright, Argenta. She can take the shot and end this.
I'll do it.
Oh well.
Electronics are failing.
Yeah, okay.
None shall stand in my
through.
way.
That was pretty rough.
My success is an irrefutable certainty.
Man, look at all the wounds he has.
Terminated.
Flesh injury, crippled arm, broken ribs, crippled leg from walking through that. Whew. That is a really rough trap.
A new challenge for me?
A crowd of cultists has surrounded a tech priest crucified upon a mechanism. A rhythmic whisper repeated by 100 voices blends into the blasphemous enchantment. Powerful discharges of the motive force run through the machine, causing the unfortunate prisoner's body to convulse brutally and woeful cries of pain.
Sacrifice?
In the clenched claws of stagnation and the shackles of iteration zero under the iron wing, let the cycle be discontinued. I'm registering a severe violation of the purity protocol. The blessed Amarnat has been captured by heretics and is being tortured. Look around. They've taken up positions everywhere, and many more are doubtlessly hiding in the passages leading out of the hall. For now, they are all focused on the sacrilegious torture of the tech priest. Yeah, I have to save him without risking his life. We can use the blasphemer's clothing as a disguise. Unrecognized, we can sabotage the power units, overloading them and thus cleansing the Hall of Heretics. Huh. Lightning discharges have charred the cultist corpses. Whiffs of smoke from their empty eye sockets, whose contents have evaporated. Their clothes, covered in the blood of innocents, are crudely painted over the emblems of the archenemy, which exude a repulsive air. I shudder with disgust at the mere thought of having to touch clothing adorned with the unholy symbol, let alone wear it. This is the first step towards falling. A small compromise with the evil. Don't make me. There's two hereticals, one iconoclast and dogmatic. If it helps us save a worthy man, I'll put the cultist robes on. I don't want to have that fight. Yeah, yeah, we're gonna have to do that. I pray that the Omnissiah gives the blessed Amarnat enough fortitude. Time past 5 minutes. Heretic's garb clings to your skin like a greedy leech, tingling and foul. Great. Okay. Well, I'm probably going to have to end it here, guys, sadly. Oh, wow, this is a much larger facility than I realized. Yeah, I'm going to have to end it here. I did not realize it was going to be this big of a facility.
It's about time.
But, yeah, I'm going to be ending it here. Thank you guys so much for watching. I think that Masha fell asleep, but usually she's in chat, or we'll have somebody, but I think a lot of people have been under the weather lately, but yeah. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. I really do appreciate it. If you haven't subscribed, please consider doing so. It really helps the channel. I'll be streaming tomorrow, 7 p.m. EST, just so you know. The stream after that is going to be on Saturday, which is different than my description. I'm doing something on Friday, so I'll be busy. But so Wednesday I'm going to be streaming, Saturday, and then Sunday. On the channel I have Tainted Grail lore videos. I intend to do lore videos eventually in the future of other games as well, but I'm essentially the only Tainted Grail lore video, or lore, yeah, the only lore channel out there for Tainted Grail at the moment. So if you're interested in that, please consider subscribing as well. And yeah, I'm gonna be heading out. I'm tired. It's been a pretty long day. So I hope you guys have a nice night, a nice day, and I hope to be seeing you guys in the next one. So yeah, see you later. Bye-bye.